Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what to say. I want to say that I've been stressed in this moments of time. And I want to say it's been months since I've returned to the Spreaker radio station. I'm actually on my way to my syndicated radio station because it's well over time. I've had enough time to venture, to give birth to my daughter, to get a feel of being in, surviving and returning to resurrection mode, and then reservation to reserve my thoughts, my healing from the tragic that happened to me. The street team ran ghetto-ish, unprofessional, dangerous, and mob style. And it's I don't have any debts to anyone but God, and definitely overdue with paying tithes. So dear God, thank you for this morning, and thank you for me being in my right mind, and healing and restoration of body, mind, spirit, and soul. And I do need deliverance. And I pray that that be a gift to me, returning to the big radio studio, rehiring, redeveloping, rebuilding, and finding out the updates and getting rid of the snake pit, as well as cleaning up the illegal movements and the unsafety zone that causes me to have no peace. And I was removed forcefully from that, and it was gang related. I've been hurt, I've been killed, I've been hospitalized, I've been muscled in positions as the snake pit has been covered and shielded, and that is no more. I'm not afraid, because one thing that I say is that one thing a man fears is losing his life. And I've lost my life over 5 times. And I want to say I've counted about 7. It's funny how people call you crazy. And the main ones who call you crazy is the ones who don't know your story, who don't want to believe your story, and are the dirty, evil people who have committed these crimes, whether it be, crimes against me. And on the record, I will not be removed from anything that is mine anymore. No more gang violence. I have no memory of past because of so many tragic blows to the head, accidents, as far as maybe car bumping, car going into something, being thrown into traffic multiple times, and I died on the side of the road at SONYA. And, a lot of people don't understand that memory can start to leave when you just get into a physical fight and you're standing still, which means feet planted, and you're in the middle of a battle, battery against you, spousal abuse. It could be so much as a sibling, a fight, physical blows to the head can cause damage. So think about multiple people stomping and kicking and hitting you with things, car accidents, and getting thrown into traffic, dying out. You come back, you're not the same. It's impossible. And this has been committed against me because of jealousy, rage, evilness. They're out of their state of mind, character, and being, and are aware different occasions and situations, circumstances that has allowed them to go against me. because they couldn't have their way, or greed of money. And I've taken care of so many people who didn't deserve it, who act brutally against me. And in a mirror looking in, I didn't even want to look at myself, and I still have the mental disturbance and trauma where I don't want to look at myself. I don't see myself the same. I'm in more of a spiritual realm, and a lot of people don't understand that if you haven't been there. So this is a special shout out to my people who have gone through things like this, dying out, coming back, tragic fights, involved in accidents, spousal abuse, maybe a substance or something that has interacted with you. I definitely want this platform for you to call in, to email, comment, rate, right here on my platform, as well as you can connect with me on my social sites. I'm also a journalist and a blogger. I love to blog, but I get so tired of writing and typing. But that's a part of the job, and that's the work that you have to put in for proof as an author and writer to copyright, and proof of your paperwork to showcase your knowledge and your ability to produce product, as well as branding and promoting and showing that you exist, and proof that I am a business entity. And even just for the hobby or love of it, which that's the way that it originally started for me. I would pretend I was an anchorman as a child. I love watching the news. And I love that the reporter got so much attention, and she looked so adorable and important, as well as giving important news and stories. And I was pressured in music. I was pressured that I'm going to be a singer, that I have to carry out the legacy. And that was the dark side and nightmare to my tragic endings every single time, to leading to the gang violence, rapings, and muscled into a corner, and kidnapped, and isolations, which brought about, seems like, a forever depression. But there's Jesus, who gives restoration and peace through all of this. And I'm about 9 minutes into the show, and I usually don't linger on with speaking this long on my radio station. But this is one of the rare many platforms that I needed to speak, because what it is, I'm going to be honest, it's my therapy. And my therapy is my listeners, and my listeners are my ears. And we are all connected to Jesus Christ, and that's heaven. I need deliverance. I admit I've had issues, and I have issues. I admit that they're not something that's been brought about because I threw a tantrum and couldn't have my way. It was trusting the wrong people. It was continuing in life, and one man looked into another man's family and saw something he didn't have. And on the record, they know who they are. And they will be exposed. I've already died multiple times. They don't care. They laugh. They don't care if I've been hurt, killed, beaten, raped. My own relatives, my mom's youngest sister, I don't care. It goes on record. They don't care what happens to me. They don't care what people have done to me. And this is the greed of wanting my items, my belongings, my money, my connections into the professional world that is a celebrity based. Sonya is a celebrity who is Chantel originally by birth, and I'm blogging to share my story. I've done more than 3 magazine interviews, far as written and submitted online magazines, as well as, real magazine interviews, sitting and being interviewed. And I've also just had an invite of a film director wanting to write a story about my entire life and being the split characters as Sonya, the rock star, and trying to uphold and be Chantel, the next girl next door, church girl upbringing, smart girl who built the foundation and who's the businesswoman, behind closed doors, and maintaining and trying to control Sonya as well as a rock star, and perform and take care of multiple people, a hidden marriage, a hidden life, his bullshit, and the frustration and strain on that, the infidelity, the spousal abuse, his cover-up, his motivation, his motives, his dysfunctionality, if that's even a word, his multiple children, multiple marriages, bigamous, living off women as an opportunist, creating children to get money and keep money and to stay afloat, to keep from not going back to the ghetto, sabotaging me, framing me, blackmailing me, A-balling me, setting up reels and things against me that is not true and that I would never do. And thank God even my enemies and the people who barely know me and the people who really know me and who had a feel to not really know me and had a chance to speak with me and engage with me know that I would never do, say, or commit any of the acts that's getting ready to try to come up against me. So I'm working on protection and things that's going to protect me, and legal advice, as well as mentors and leadership, and heaven overall. That's my total dependency and reliance, and my reliability is Jesus, my friend, my father, my mother, sister, brother. That complete aura in my life that upholds my mental thinking, my restoration, my strength, my compassion, rebuilds my character, Chantel, who gives me strength to suppress Sonya and create her as a rock and roll entity business that has lived and died and now living through radio. My station in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that Taiwan L. Robinson, Taiwan L. Sanders, also known, has and who has been reconstructing. And I have not given authorization. I have not given checks. I have not signed checks. I have not had meetings. This has been over 8 or more years. So that means that my company isn't being embezzled, which is illegal. Being watched, under surveillance, shared personal things, edited for his own purpose, to keep control of me or to make me act. And the only reason why I hid is because I got sick of gallstones for 5 years. I gave birth to my daughter and I went into a sickness right away. She was not even 4 months in this world, and I was brutally, literally wounded, sick, and scarred, mental, emotionally, physically. So here I am, and career damaged, and here I am, have no memory of being Sonya, no memory of any events, hardly. They come and go through dream reoccurrences. I've done therapy, very brief. He ripped me away from that to keep me quiet, out of fear of his out of control rage and jealousy, fraudulent character, the being that he is, that he's come from, that he tries to suppress, that he cannot control. A dark spirit demon has taken over, and he needs to be delivered as well. He has a lot of covering, a lot of people lying for him, a lot of people he has paid off, exchanges dishonest underneath the hills, and for their own benefit, reasons thereof. I don't know, nor do I want to know, but I have witnessed the arguments about it. Been actually there, in the midst of it. I've been struck by Christian leaders, supposedly, streeting my staff that I hired ghetto mentality. And I felt sorry why I built this team up and allowed my husband to go build this up, which he calls me an angry girlfriend, a crazy girlfriend who's bitter and who has a baby and who's looking for welfare or some man or someone to take care of, and or trying to force him to do it. And the test that came back from the other man that I was with, it came out denied. So I'm putting my business out on record because the gossip that's going around is causing relatives to frown down towards me, but they love me so much they don't care because they know how I am. They do not believe or feed into that. But the jealousy meter is up through the roof because, well, I have more. And it's a stinger when you have more coming from the circle that I'm connected to, as far as relatives and so-called friends. Walked away. Stayed in touch with me. Doesn't lend a helping hand. Starts verbal fights. Talks behind my back. I understand that the love is there, and I receive and continue to embrace that, but it's dysfunctional, as it's always been. I don't care. I have to go on record to say the truth. I appreciate the love, but I'm pissed off that rumors have gone on for years, and I don't have any, and I wasn't informed of these kind of acts against me that was plotted, discussed, because me knowing everybody that came for me, it would have helped me better prepare myself to protect myself or to move away from there. But here's the thing about me moving around. I can't protect myself because once I settle where I am, I've been watched. I've been stalked. I've been A-balled. I've been lied on. I've been ridiculed. I've been, once again, hospitalized. I've been murdered over and over and over. I've been poisoned. I've been raped uncontrollably. And yes, there has been a long pause, very long pause. But the ending of the gang raping led to scars and a depression, which affected me from dating, which at the time I was married. So technically, no, I should have been dating, but he acted as marrying another woman, had a wedding ceremony, and the small town I come from, it's like, if anything, my name is in such good standing, whore wrecker or hormone monger just will never ever linger over my head or underneath my feet, because I've been stamped by Christ and by the people that I'm such a good woman and girl, and I am. And these people, which is my husband and his common law wife, and others that's helped cover them and follow them, which is about a handful of people, and more than 2 hands counting, that's acted against me. And me speaking about this is not, being a tattletale to people who are going to lose their dollars and bidding on this gang, sick, dysfunctional war that's going on, or has taken part in driving, cooking up a recipe for disaster. They're kicking and harassing me, social media, but I'm not stopping. And I've woken up, I've awakened to fight back again, and this time going through with it all the way. Because once a man, a woman loses their life, the worst thing you can fear is death. And I'm so disturbed in mentioning that. It's hard. And I get very sad and suppressed and beyond oppressed and angry and confused when I have to bring this up and talk about it. And I'm in an emotional stress and depression about this, because I don't understand why one man looking into his own father-in-law's family of women who are beautiful and attractive and talented, you would want to destroy because you can't have your way. And that is the truth about what has happened. Kidnapping and raping and forcing and committing criminal acts against children as a grown man. molestation, brutality, because one man is sick, twisted, and thirsty. The come up is not that serious. And after that, we've all interacted with this monster and vampire. And I have to forgive. I have forgiven. But I'm human. And being human, it only causes for me to be at a loss for words. Confronted. There is no emotion there. There is no remorse there. And these people have been so tainted. It's like, bitch, are you done? And what's next? Acts that I've had to do self-defense to protect me from death. Things held over my head. I'm free. And no more muscling me into the corners. I'm free. My husband has helped me fight. He's helped protect me. He loves me. I know that. I've tried to work it out with him. I want to work it out with my husband. The end of last year was that desire. And the love still lingers. I can still feel my husband distant from me. Because real love, that's exactly how it works. Not lust. There's a lingering desire. And the lies can go forth. You can look at the two of us and you will see it. I promise. But I want to fight and I say no. So, reigning with closing in my therapeutic session, there's a God in heaven who forgives, who loves. Forgive me to everybody across the globe that to them it may seem like I do not keep my word. As Sonya, I have not been in the limelight for multiple years, over 8 years, and or about that. I am sorry. I miss my radio station. My husband won't get out of the way. He's paying for prostitutes, women, baby mamas, common law wife that is legal common law because there's no documents going forth, but it's illegal. I am Chantel Robinson. I am Sonya Robinson. I am Chantel Hobson. I am Chantel Hart. And these characters have helped me get through without being sabotaged and things being taken away and eight-balled just to have a career. When the whole time my career has been sabotaged. My life has been sabotaged. I've been watched. And my social media has been hacked and sabotaged. So I'm in a turmoil right now, building all of this together and now re-hiding. This time really re-hiding again. And hopefully that my computer laptop ain't hacked, because I had a hacker break in several times. So, I mean, as I'm speaking, I could be being watched. I could be listening on, but I don't care. I have to fight. I have to fight. And I will fight. And I will continue to fight. That is the God in me that gives me strength, my armor. The journalist, the activist, the peacemaker, the mother. I come from a strong line, but yet it's weak. Lack of knowledge, greed, cunning, connivance, betrayal. And this time I do remember and realize what I'm saying. I was pulled away from my radio station because I mentioned that word. My husband got mad at that, took everything away from me to teach me a lesson. But the truth is, he needs the lesson Truth is, we both could use a good lesson in ending this that has never been. I need to heal, and I'm healing. Finally talking about gradually letting it all out. The tragedy and the turmoil of rumors spread that I'm a gang member. Fear caused me to do a lot of mistakes. Out of state of mind and state of being and character every single time around these people. Never being in my right mind. And when I was, gradually, quickly being taken out through a drink, food, forced, beaten, unconscious, till I wake up. And not even knowing right at that second where I am. Can't remember the faces that are very familiar in front of me. From a child to a woman. Torture and turmoil. You keep hitting on a dog, anything, a cat, a bird, you're going to get bit, scratched, pecked. Because only anything will actually blow up when it's too much of whatever. So, as a human, I can only speak out. Well, I've always spoken out. But who heard me? Fear made people run. Greed made people want a piece of me, my empire, what I've built, what I've gained successfully. Connections, popularity, a presence, being important. And this is my therapy session. Radio is therapy for me. That's why I built it. That's why it was created. And when the topics went forth, I was yanked from my Milwaukee station brutally. And my company is being embezzled. I have not been contacted from any staff, old or new, but one time last year, fall before I left Texas, moving to Wisconsin. And I will no longer hide. I appreciate them reaching out, but they didn't continue to reach out. When I emailed, he has now promoted himself up to public relations, which I have not given authorization to do anything since the beginning of my radio station. I have not received any money. I can't remember where my station is. I can't remember where my houses are. So I have to investigate to find everything that is mine. And whether it be demolished, burned down, sold, that is the greatest illegal, dumbest move ever. So here's being smart. And I'm fighting my way back and rebuilding because I don't know the destruction that has occurred while I've been away. And once my face as Sonya is remembered to people, they will reach out and I will reach back out. As Chantel, the reporter entity, character, but actually a journalist who's a blogger and loves community and music. And that's the aura of why I built all of this, to raise awareness, to campaign realness, real topics, real music, real issues. I want to do this segment as country. And I've built this country